Hey, this is Bonnie Cornelius. I just wanted to do a quick video and share with you guys some tips on how to speed up your workflow in Photoshop. And the first thing I want to talk about is using your keyboard shortcuts. Adobe has a bunch of keyboard shortcuts that are default in Photoshop. If you go to the Help Center at adobe.com, you can find the list of the shortcuts that are default in Photoshop. Also, if you come up here to your menu items, you can see here on the right what those shortcuts are. So if there's something that you use a lot, you can see here and then use the shortcut instead just to make it quicker as you're working in Photoshop. One thing I do is that I make my own shortcuts for certain things that I use a lot just because I liked it better, could remember it easier than whatever the default was, default shortcut was. So to do that, you come here to Edit, then down to Keyboard Shortcuts and click on that. And one that I've done is the Flatten Image. So I want to come here to Layer and open that up, and I scroll down here to where the Flatten Image is, and I click on that. And it highlights this here, and I've changed it to whatever. I don't remember what the original default was, but I've changed it to Control F because that just seems to make more sense to me than whatever it was, and I use it a lot. So then I just clicked here, Control F, and it made it so that's the shortcut now. So whenever I want to flatten my image, all I have to do is hit Control F, and it'll flatten all of the layers in my layer panel for me. The next tip I have is to automate your actions. So I have my own action that I've made that it just brings up all the layers that I pretty much use on all of my images. I have to adjust them all, but it's just kind of a workflow layer, a workflow action that just lines up all my layers, all my adjustment layers that I would typically use. So then I can adjust them on each image. But it's quicker if I batch them. So I go to File, Automate, Batch, and then the set has all the different sets of actions. The set that this is in just my actions. And then I choose the action here is my basic workflow. So you can pull this down and choose, whichever one you want to do. For the source, I use opened files because I want to use it on all the files that are open here in Photoshop. For destination, I choose none because I just want to keep them open. I don't want to save it yet because I'm going to still have to adjust each layer. So then I just hit OK, and I just allow it to run. And then all of these layers are going to be on each of the images that are open. So sometimes I have it set for if there's any errors in it, and I haven't really researched why it does that. It's usually will just continue, and then I can go back and individually on the images and see if there is a problem, and usually there's not. But now, so I have them on all of my images. So now if I want to do an adjustment layer and save it, I want to show you guys that's another thing that you can do to speed up your workflow. Like say I want to just add like a matte finish to all my images. So I'm going to go to a curves layer, and I will just do it. I'm just doing this just to show y'all real quick, and just do like a quick matte layer. And so then if I want to save this, I come up here to these horizontal lines here in the top right corner here, and I just go to Saves Curves preset and click that, and then I'm just going to name this matte and hit save. And then if I want to run that on a different image, I just have to pull up a curves adjustment layer again, and then all the presets are here, so I can come down and I have it here matte, and then that perform that adjustment on this image. So now if I want to quickly put this layer on all of my other images, I can come up here to Window and hit Arrange and hit Tile All Vertically. And now I have all my images I can kind of see all at once right here. So I can come to this curves layer in my layer panel here, and I click and hold it, and then I can drag it to all of these other images, and then it'll be on all these other images to adjust those images too with the same effect. And then if I want to come back to one image at a time, I just come here back to Arrange, and then to consolidate Alt to tabs, and then that's just another quick way to speed up your workflow a little bit. I hope this helped. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. Thank you.